Hi, this is Sarah, the Stitchin Mommy, and it's Monday, February 12th, 2024, and I'm here with my weekly cross-stitching update. And Smokey decided to join us today, which is always fun. Hi. Yeah. Anyways, so I have a good amount to share today because this past week I was participating in full coverage February, so I picked projects based on an acrostic. And yeah, she can't be messing with the tripod. I will do some more full coverage throughout the rest of the month, but it won't be exclusively full coverage from here on out. Now that the acrostic is over. So I'm just going to basically go back to a version of my rotation plan that I have actually never done yet this calendar year because of all the fun activities I've been doing. So first off, we had a giveaway last week for celebrating 7 years on Flosstube, which was February 2nd, 2017, which seems like so long ago and yet not that long ago at the same time. So I had 7 physical things I was giving away plus 7 patterns from my Etsy shop. So let's see, I did the random.org. I had lists in Excel, and so I picked names. So I'm going to share them here and I'll write them on the screen. You guys can either email me stitchinmommy7@gmail.com, or you can send me a note in Etsy or Instagram in the private message area and get me your mailing address and I'll get these out to you. The first one is Jolly Snowman. This one goes to Nancy Cuskadin 7880. Most of these, even though there's numbers at the end, it's pretty much just a name. So I'll go ahead and read that out and put your name handle here. So congratulations, Nancy. The Harvest one goes to Michelle Thompson, 8768. So congratulations, Michelle. The 2 Tail Feathers quilt patterns go to Nanette McDougall Dykes, 9339, I think is the numbers there. And congratulations, that's fun. I know, Smokey's gonna be making noises, I guess. The Tea House pattern goes to Mad Grandma, which is a fun name. There's quite a few fun names, this one. So let me know. These last 3 were thicker ones that go just in-house. I may have to let her out in a little bit, we'll see. This one goes to Kristen Jeffrey, 1859. So congratulations. Hope you enjoyed sewing that up. The Signs series goes to another fun name, Soggy Doggy Stitcher. That's fun. So congratulations to you. And then the Basket series goes to Brenda Eller, 2617. So congratulations, Brenda. So that's fun. So all 7 of you send me a note with your mailing address. And then there's another 7 of you. I'm going to list off the names. I'll just put them all up here. They won a PDF pattern out of my Etsy shop. So if you don't know right off which one you want, go onto my Etsy shop. It's just Stitchin Mommy over there as well, and pick one. Send me an email or a private message. Email's preferred because I'll be emailing it back to you. And tell me which one you want, and I'll send it over. So the first one that was called was Zook 717, which I believe is Carolyn Zook, which is really fun to see that. Susan Knoll, 8845, Georgie McDougall, 9064. I see her comment a lot, so that's fun to see some familiar names. Slightly Bananas, 6031. That was a fun name. Kathy Beeks, GT7QX. Sorry if I can't pronounce your last name. The Runner Stitcher, which is fun. Catherine Timonko, 3408. So congratulations, all 7 of you. I'm excited to share one of my designs. So let me know which one you want and I'll get that emailed over. And congratulations to everybody. It's been fun journey this past 7 years. Just being able to share my hobby with you and enabling you and being enabled by you, and it's been really fun. So let's go for another 7 years. Somebody in the comments mentioned maybe another 70 years. I'm like, I don't think I'll be on this earth that long. But I will just keep doing this as long as it's working, and yeah, no plans to stop. So Smokey was a bit too whiny and so I let her out. But getting started with my travel pieces, I worked on temperature turtles yesterday. Yesterday was a little bit out of the ordinary for stitching. I normally stitch on this as a passenger to and from church, but I had to drive this week, so I had to do this at home. And then we had the Super Bowl, so I was working on my cats and hearts during the Super Bowl. So I only got like a half hour on my, maybe a little more, on my main piece on Sunday. But you know, it is what it is, and I still got to everything. So there's at least that. So here is where this is at now. This is 28 count Caribbean Blue by Witchell. 28 count, yeah, 1/1 full cross. So normally I think I would have tried to get some of these front flippers and heads, like the head, not plural, done this week also, because when those patches around the outside are, it's a little quicker because they're smaller. But since I had to do it all at home, I didn't have time to do more. So there's still some more small patches next week, so I'll hopefully get some more of this outside bits done next week. But that's turning out pretty cute. There was only 3 colors this week, and they were mostly cool. The first 3 were my second coldest color. This was my absolute coldest right there. And then the next warmest. So it was slowly warming up, but still cool. That's because we had a lot of rain last week. This week, I don't think it's supposed to rain, but I think it's maybe coming back next week. So that's been fun. I'm enjoying working on that. And then I also, oh yeah, I did get some, I'll show that at the end because I'm already into this. I did get a few things this week. My main travel piece is my Cats and Hearts February by Kitty and Me Designs. I'm hoping to do all 12 of these this year. We'll see if I can make that happen. There are a good amount of colors in these. I didn't share last time exactly how many, but I did another pink and another green. I have some thread on my needle. So here is where I got to on this one. 25 count white even weave, 1/1 full cross. And I got the next darkest pink and the next darkest green finished. And a few more threads in the kitty cat. Super long rows of gray there, but making progress. So yeah, there are 6 pinks and 5 greens. So I'll just keep chipping away at them. Oh, there's also, this one had some French knots along the edge here, which will be, there's a little border back stitching that'll go along there too later. But the French knots were in that color that I had on my needle anyway, so I went ahead and did it right then, rather than waiting for the end, because I'm going to do all the back stitching at the end. So that's been fun. I'm enjoying that one. I worked on my frosted pumpkin stitchery while I talked with my sister. Castle Homecoming Club. This was the mystery stitch along for 2023, 2024. It's now all the parts are out. So I'm working up here in the border and just chipping away little bits at a time. Right now, I was focusing on kind of working my way across the top so I can get to the other corner. So I'd like to get that outer bit of the border worked on as well. So I have some thread on my needle still. This is 28 count Ice Blue Lugana 1/1 full cross with a fancy floss color conversion. So worked up here in the border and got this black like ironwork part done, and then was filling in some of these like flower colors so that I could count over to this this corner motif, which see these two here and down. Well, I haven't done those, but these two mimic these two. So we're almost at the edge. The corner will be right here. So that'll be fun. And then I'll go back and fill it all in, of course, but that's enjoyable. It'll be fun to finish. The border is pretty. I am enjoying working on it, but it'll be fun to get the border done so I can start filling in all the pictures. That'll be fun. Looking forward to that. And then I also worked on my Shine Bright sampler a couple times. This came out. This is in the Bonnie and Camille Quilt Bee book. I'm doing the Shine Bright conversion, which you can find the colors on the Fat Quarter Shop's website. Just search for Shine Bright sampler and it will come up as in the floss pack. On the third picture is a list of the specific Ari Floss colors that this uses. So it's been fun to chip away at the March section of this. And I worked on this twice, but larger chunks both times, because this is a good one to work on the days I work on my Simpsons piece, which will be again today. So I'll probably do some more on this today, because if my husband's around, I'll work on this. It's looking pink enough. I don't need to get that my white thing out, I don't think. But this is 40 count Morganite linen by Fiber on a Whim, 1/2 full cross. And I put in a lot, like all of this. I don't know if you saw any of this last time. I think the first time I worked on it was I did the teals, and then I think just the teals, the two colors of teal, and then I did the gray and the pink second time. So that's fun. Coming along nicely. So we'll see. I'll probably do a little bit more today in conjunction with Simpsons, and then who knows, whenever else it seems appropriate. So I'll keep chipping away at that. Hopefully get that done before the beginning of March. I think that's everything. Let's go ahead and share my acquisitions now before I forget, and then I'll go into my main projects and stuff. So I had a lovely Pass the Stash from Rachel Q's Stitches here on Flosstube. She sent me a bunch of these fabric holders that you get like Hobby Lobby and various places when you buy fabric. And it's so nice because I use these to hold my fabric that in my whips. So if you'll see, a lot of them I use wrapping paper tubes. I tape a Post-it note to the bottom. Works great. Some of them are larger and can hold, but like this one, yeah, this one's a little skinnier. It's hard to see with something in it. It's a little skinnier of a hole, and it's a little bit too skinny for this piece that didn't have one yet. This is my Harmony, and I'm like, oh, I have an extra one. I'll go ahead and put it in there, but it's a little short. A lot of it is sticking out, and it's a little bit too skinny. So I'm excited that I got those because I'm actually going to put this in one of those right away. Pretty soon here. But I have another one, like my winter montage is in one that I got, either one of mine or I got some from the Witchy Stitchers one time. So they're really nice just to keep, because I keep all of my pieces in rolls in storage so that, because I stitch in a roll, so I just unroll it to where I need to get to and they're ready to go. No wrinkles. I like it. Okay, so that was great. So thank you, Rachel. That was wonderful. And I also picked up a pattern. I have no business doing this, but it was so pretty. So I got this off the Cross Stitch Studio. This is Flowers and Flyers, Crop 2. So I found this, I think, in Pain Free Crafts Instagram, because Pain Free Crafts, they chart their own designs too, but that's where I have the montage series from. But they apparently kit up and print out patterns by the Cross Stitch Studio and maybe some other ones for people in the UK. So you can get the supplies or a printed copy there with better shipping and stuff. So, but if you just want the PDF, you can go straight to the Cross Stitch Studio, which is what I did. And they have 3 versions of this. They have a larger version, a medium version, and a small version. and it's the smallest, and it encompasses all the colors and all the beautifulness that I liked in the original that I saw. So, but this is more manageable. It's still large. It's still 420 by 420, which is enormous, but the other ones are even bigger, like 700 or 800 wide, and they're more rectangles too, I think. Anyways, what I'm thinking I might do with this one is stitch it on 25 count black, 1/1, and not do some of the black in here. So there's obvious places like in the middle here that I could just not stitch. And then there's also things like in the background of these flower areas that I wouldn't stitch the black either. I may continue to stitch the black, like if it's in the middle of a flower or the middle of a butterfly, you know, just so that item looks right, but not stitch any of the other black. So I think that would be a nice challenge, and the colors would obviously pop. So I'm looking forward to that. Who knows when? It'll probably go on my maybe start next year list. So anyways, that's what I did. I have no business buying more, starting more, but it's the fun of it, right? Okay, so what I worked on this week. I made a video Tuesday, so later on Tuesday, I worked on my Simpsons piece for the full coverage February acrostic for family, because I started the acrostic a little early, and so this is the FCONF was what I started in on Tuesday. And so I got not a ton, 246 half stitches. But like I said, it's tricky to work on this with my husband around because I still want it to be a secret if I can. So here is this one. Probably can't see a whole lot, but this is 40 count Vertical 1/1 half cross. And I finished Maggie's outfit. I think there was one stitch somewhere else of that color, so that color is complete now, which is cool. And I forget what else I worked on. I think there might have been oh yeah, there's some stitches around here that were the stitches in Homer's like jaw, his beard area, that ended up being around in, you know, outline stitches, which I color completed that as well, which is really fun. Then I think I have white on my needle because I wanted to start filling in his shirt. So you probably can't tell, but it's like right here, it's a little bit. That's still on my needle, so I'll go ahead and work that in today and then go back to the top. I think the next official color, if I were picking symbols in the next open 10 by 10 grid, was like a pale 762 maybe, that pale gray. And I'm like, I wasn't feeling that. So I'm like, I just want some of this white, solid white fill in, because there's a good amount of that. His shirt, some of their eyeballs and things still need that. So I'm like, I want to do that. I want to get some numbers. So I did that. So today I'll finish my string and then probably go back to that 762. So next time you probably won't see a whole lot because it'll be fill in. The shirt you might be able to tell because it'll be more stitchy and not fabricy. But if I get any time on the 762, you probably won't be able to see that, but that's okay. It needs to be done and it'll look right when it's all done. That is now at 46.16%, which is great. So today will be the second day of that project's rotation for February. Wednesday I worked on, and Thursday I worked on Visit Endor for the E and the T for my acrostic. Endor and Trees. This is by Country Magic Stitch. And this one, I had so much fun working on this. The first day was a busier day. I only got 336 half stitches, which on this one is kind of weak because it can go fast because there's a lot of block stitching. But Thursday, I managed to have a banner day and I stitched 1,047 on that day alone for a total in February here of 1,383 half stitches. This is 28 count Dove Gray Monaco 2/1 half stitches. super happy with how far I got on this one. It was so much fun to like work on the trees and the mountains and the shield generator, and just, it's been fun seeing this come together. So this is an example of one that I probably should have done full cross, because you'll see the way the half stitches don't fully fill out the square there, and it's kind of jagged on the angle right there. If you go on this direction of the angle, it's fine, but this direction is not. I don't think it's that big of a deal, so it's fine. But in general, that's the thing I look for when I'm deciding whether or not to choose half stitch or full cross for a full coverage piece, is if it's more of an illustrated look, I like to do full cross, because then you don't get this problem. That's okay. My son is super excited that I'm working on the shield generator. He's like, that's the best part of the whole thing. And I am now 63.77% complete. I feel like I'm very close, but then I realized there's like the rest of the shield generator, then some rocks, then the words visit Endor. So, I mean, it's still got, I think the halfway point is right here. So it still has a little ways to go. But that's fun. So that will go away now for February. And it'll come back again for 2 more days in March. I'm gonna give this 2 days every month until it's done. That one will probably be done first of all my family pieces, because it's the smallest and it's the closest to a finish. And is capable of getting the most progress at a time because of the way it's so simple with only 11 colors. And I believe I finished, I might have finished another color in the hillside, maybe, I can't remember. It's possible I finished a color, which is always fun. Then the next one was Harmony, which was the second tee in Confetti. This is because this pretty parrot has a tail. I am not stitching all of this as pretty as it is. I'm putting it on some fun fabric instead, and I have not yet taken this out in Pattern Keeper. So right now, after my progress on Friday, this is at 0.89% complete, but I'm hoping to get in there and kind of take the background out before my next rotation on it, which will be next week, I think. My next day, because I need 2 days on all of my WIPGO projects. That's my goal for them. I'm hoping that number, well, I know if I get to it, that number is going to be a lot higher because there's a whole lot of background. So this is Holiday Mint Lugana, I believe, by Color and Cotton. 28 count. It's a 1/1 full cross, and I got 301 stitches. Not too bad. I am looking forward to bringing this out again to get its second day to get some more attention. So I am doing my, let's see if this will give it a better, come on. You can see the green a little bit better there. Because yeah, it is a more warmer green. It's kind of hard to tell, but I am picking symbols in the 10 by 10 grid, so this is all filled in now. I have a thread on my needle, so I'll keep working that in. Like, I think it's this darker pink, so I'll keep filling that in next time, and then keep picking these symbols, which will come down this direction. So a lot of the symbols I picked this time came around this way. So now the next time I work on this next week, it'll head down this way probably. So that'll be fun. The eye is like right here. So that's going to be fun to get there eventually, but probably not this year because it's just not. Yeah, anyways, this is really fun. It's very bright, like tropical minty. It's very pale in the camera, but it's bright and almost fluorescent. It's very fun. Goes really well with these bright pink colors, pinks and oranges. So it's a happy piece. So I'm happy to work on it. Then my last project for the acrostic was Mini in the Library. No, just Mini Library. Sorry, it's not in the library. It's just library. Oh, where is it? There it is. Minnie the Library Max Colors. And I am up here in the bookshelf, which Rainy from Rainy Day Reads started this recently, and she started in the middle, so she's going to get to work on the dress right away, which is very fun. But I don't mind the bookshelves. I think it's kind of fun as well. So I'm up here. I was trying to picture what I was stitching on because I got a decent amount filled in, so I can see these shades right here and, you know, some of the shelves coming in more. This one will get another day, I believe this week, for its second day. Yeah, on Thursday it'll get its second day for the Whip Go Goal. And this is where I got to on this one. This is 28 count Rose Monaco 2/1 half stitches. And I decided to go ahead and do, pick my symbols with the whole 10 by 10 block and not just the top line, because I really wanted to see this area filled in, and I love how it looks now. So, there's a lot of different color choices right here, and most of them went down. A few went over. You can see some structure here a little bit more, but this all got filled in really nicely, so that was fun. I did a whole string here, and I believe that's still on my needle, so I'll go down a little bit more with this dark brown. But here's the beginning of the bookshelf, and this is like the edge of the bookshelf. So lots of dark colors, but it wasn't boring. These are like blue greens and stuff, so it was actually pretty nice. So I'll give that another day. Oh, and this is got 818 half stitches, which is wonderful, and 2.6% complete now. So I'll work on that again on Thursday. Sunday was the day because of the Super Bowl and having to stitch on my temperature piece at home, and I barely got any time on winter montage, but I did eke out 100 stitches. Literally, it was like 102. So I did pull this out for the minimum of what I consider a day of 100 stitches. So that was not terrible, but I hope to get more the next times it comes out here in February. So here is this one, 28 count white Lugana 1/1 full cross. And I just worked here in the background, and some little bits of the red even I got worked in. So not much, but I think I finally got this second column completely finished. So next time, this Sunday, presumably, I'll come back up here and pick these symbols and keep working over, but the symbols will be chosen now from the third column, which is fun. So that's fun. I will work on this once this Sunday, the following Sunday, and then the last week of February, I'll give it 2 days in a row, so probably Sunday, Monday, because the first Sunday of February was part of the confetti acrostic, so I didn't get to work on this that week. Okay, so that's everything I worked on, so we can do plans. Winter montage, well, let's see. That's Sunday. We're starting with the 12th, that's today. I'll work on Simpsons today, and probably also Shine Bright Sampler. Then I get to pull out my focus piece, my next focus for a finish, which is Dragon Ride, which is quite appropriate that I'm starting my focus time here in February because we just celebrated the Chinese New Year on Saturday for Year of the Dragon. And there were quite a few Flosstubers who were starting a Teresa Wensler dragon or some other dragon chart. And so it's fun. I'm like, well, they're just getting started and I am on the finish line, heading towards the finish line. So this is fun. This is for my son. And I'm excited to see how much I can get done in February. It will get 7 days in February, 2 this week, 2 next week, and 3 the last week of February. So then it'll keep getting 2 days every week through March into April. Hopefully it won't take that long, but we'll see. We'll see how much progress I can get on this and when I can get it done. So here is my starting point on Dragon Ride. This is 28 count light blue even weave by MCG Textiles. And it's mostly 2/2 with lots of fractionals, lots of blends. The man is charted 1/1, and I need a good amount of the border left to finish. All of the cross stitches are done in the 2/2 part of the dragon. So I have a little bit more 1/1 in the man to finish and some half stitches along the bottom to finish, and then I can backstitch all of the dragon. I have some backstitching done on the head, but that's it, because there's nothing else around that, but everything else I wanted to wait. And then there's this portion of the border is complete, but the rest of it is just partial. So that'll be fun. We'll see how much I can do this week in the 2 days I'm giving it. Might be a low week because I do have Bible study on Tuesday, and so we'll see. I'll hopefully give that as much time as I can. Then I'll work on the library one more day on Thursday to finish out my WIPGO goal on that. Then I'll do my WIPGO 2-day rotation on my first non-full coverage WIPGO project, which is Once Upon a Time by Marilyn Levitt Emblem. This is actually a butternut road, not lavender and lace. So this is a fun one. I think I started this last year. I have the Petite Treasure braid. It actually called for that. Oh no, it didn't. It called for some other number. I can't remember what it was, but I found a conversion. So I have some Petite Treasure braid, but that's the only fancy floss I believe this needs. It doesn't need beads or anything. I'm going with a called for linen, which is 32 count natural, because all of this background bits really blended well with the natural color. And so I'm actually excited to maybe work on some of that this time. Here's my starting point on this one. Started in the middle, worked on her face, some of the background. That's her sleeve, I believe. So I kind of want to work my way up to the castle in the background, because I do like to work from the top down. But I may work on her hair or her hand or something. I don't know. We'll see where I go when I pick this up, but that's fun. So that'll get 2 days here in February, Friday and Saturday. So hopefully they'll be good stitchy days. And I can make some nice progress on that one. And then we'll go back to winter montage on Sunday. So that's all I have for you today. So that's exciting. I will probably, oh, I didn't even show you. Yeah, I probably will have to come back on Tuesday next week. So I'll just show you the cover page because I didn't bring it up. But Monday, I will work on Lollipop, my next family piece, to get its second day, because it only got 1 day in the confetti acrostic. So I'll give this my second day on Monday. And because of President's Day weekend, I probably won't come back until Tuesday to film. So I'll have some progress on that to show as well next week. So with that, I hope you have a wonderful week. Enjoy your holiday weekend if you're here in the States, and happy stitching. Bye.